I can't believe I almost forgot again. You see, the ADHD strikes. Also, I definitely forgot to record the first two missions for Pharaoh, A New Era. So we're starting with mission 3. I've just saved you the intro tutorial bit. I promised that I would record this and put it on YouTube. And then I forgot. So we're starting with mission 3. Here we go.
The Thinite nobles still struggle to unite the lands of the Nile under one supreme ruler. To aid them in their cause, it is hoped that you will endeavor to establish a thriving community at Woahhjess, in the humid delta region of Lower Egypt, thus spreading their influence throughout the length of the sacred river. To support a population larger than that of a village, you must learn to use agriculture. Egyptian farmers have begun to exploit the rich, fertile soil deposited by the annual inundation of the Nile River for growing crops. The Nile can be hazardous, however. Many dangers lurk along its banks and in its waters.
Crocodiles.
Such as deadly crocodiles, hippopotamuses, and malaria-carrying mosquitoes.
Malaria! Alright, floodplains and farming. To feed your people in Woahhjess, you must build farms directly on the floodplain in order to gain the benefits of increased fertility. Unlike most working structures, farms on the floodplain do not need direct access to employees, but do need a steady workforce of peasant laborers supplied by work camps to tend their fields. Build work camps fairly close to the floodplain farms so peasants won't have to walk too far to reach them. Each year the Nile floods its banks, replenishing the depleted soil on the floodplain with rich, fertile mud. Peasants harvest the annual crop just before the inundation and deliver it to your granaries. Because there's only one harvest per year, make sure we have enough granaries to store a sufficient amount of food for the growing population. Okay, so step 1, build farms on the floodplain. Step 2, build work camps so we have workers. Step 3, build the work camps close to the plain farms. I guess that's step 2, part B. Step 3 is they will deliver it to granaries. Make sure we have enough granaries. Okay. So we're starting over again. The UI is completely different. So these must be the floodplains. They could have improved the tutorial text to be more concise. I kind of like it. I don't know. If it's going to be a bit to read, like at least it has a lot of detail. Let's see. Alright, so the true step 1 is we need to just get housing and things up and going, and I assume because this is all green and grassy that we're not going to have any issues with wells. So maybe I'll plan for this to be our crossroads where we can put our festival thingy. Can I actually place that now? It cost 500. But it only goes out 2 squares, so we could just not build along those 2 squares? Like this. That should be able... Yeah. I think that'll work. Your attention span was definitely like, I want to play. Yeah. No, same. I totally understand that. I think sometimes tutorials can be like very hit or miss. I don't dislike a tutorial that's done like this. I think this is okay, right? Like, as far as tutorials go, because the game is about, like, moving maps and, like, starting the challenge over and over again. But I do find it really jarring to like have to hit a victory and then learn a new mechanic on a different map. Like, I get it. I kind of just want to learn those mechanics all in the same city that I create. Like, I get attached to them. At the same time, I do appreciate that I don't have to get attached to it. And I can just build something funky and I won't ever have to see it again. You like the step-by-step build-up of expanding? Yeah, it's really cool. Oh, electrical engineering. Yeah, managing circuits and loops. I can totally see that. That's a good point. Now, what was I thinking? I was thinking that it would be cool to do like an inner lane. I can't get rid of this road, right? Like, this is... Oh, I can get rid of that road. That's the King's Road, though. We're not gonna get rid of that. I've got it. Let's leave another 2 squares for corner things. And we'll build 2, 4, 6, 8 houses. Now I was thinking I would put a road in between that. Because we could probably just have people deliver water, right? But we need a water source to get started. Okay, so just... Yeah, these houses aren't going to have access to water. Well, I'm sure it's fine. It's totally fine. You can be messy and do better in the next world. I think that is probably the most immediate benefit of changing maps. I can't tell if these wells are reaching these other houses, and so maybe there's like an overlay I can look at. Water overlay. Nothing's happening. I guess it's fine. I guess it's okay. Where's the food? Where's the food? Where's the food? There is no food to hunt, right? So we're gonna have to go straight to making farms. Wells are basically useless after the first mission. If the houses had water, they would be blue on the overlay. I guess that's delivered water, though. That is not where I wanted to put that. Also, this is not how I wanted to build, but it's okay. We can start over next time. That was weird. Why didn't it go through there? My road is woogly. Okay, so farms and work camps. So let's see, a fig farm. A fig farm? Why don't we do 2? I don't think that they actually need to have farm plots. I think that is the farm plot. So then we need worker camps as well. Worker camps have to be built over here. Okay. Let's just scoot that around like that so I can put a couple more. I don't know how many of these we need. Like, how many worker camps to farms? My worker camp to farm ratio. Let's do 3 and 3. You thought wells for desirability as well. Not helped, like the tutorial said. I think you're right about that. I'm probably fine with just the one. Oh, you think? Okay, I'll get rid of this one. One work camp does 4 farms. Oh, okay. Okay. So we can crank this up a little. We're gonna need granaries. Oh, it's way bigger than I remembered. Yeah, I know that those aren't exactly desirable. Let's just deal with it. Then we also need the bazaar. On top of that, we need a firehouse. And we need an architect's post. Hopefully that covers everything. And from there, I think we're good to go. We are missing a position. Yuck. And a village palace. Do we need a village palace if there's no gold to collect? That's what I'm wondering. The other thing... Oh yeah, religion. So the festival square. Bonk. We need one to collect taxes. What taxes are we collecting? Otherwise, it's a big boost to desire. To not have a palace. To not collect taxes is a big boost to desire. Okay, no taxes for this mission. It's just very attractive. Okay, I was just seeing if we could make that work. There's no road access. Oh. Perfect. Ah, it's a temple. Get some shrines going over here. Can't forget about entertainment. We need a juggler school. That's why I built these corners this way. Ta-da! I suppose we need more houses now. What happens if I build houses in groups of 3? Okay, that does not work. Well, I mean, it does work, but... Gross. No! My road corner is broken! No! It can't be. Also, I built this in the wrong spot. Whoa, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people coming in. What is our objective again? I already forgot.
The Thinite nobles still struggle to unite the lands of the Nile under one supreme ruler.
Win conditions,
to aid
blank.
them in their cause.
Oh, it was cottages. Malaria is the most prevalent close to water in marshland. The malaria overlay shows which houses are more likely to succumb to this illness. Access to clean water from a water supply and insect repellent provided by the local apothecary both reduces the risk of malaria for any given household. Malaria overlay. Okay, it actually looks alright. I would really like it if you right-clicked that it would close the overlay, rather than having to close it this way. That would be a nice change. Tons of new friends. You mean new bodies to tax, of course. An apothecary. Yeah, let's put that there. Yeah, the tide. That was... That's the inundation. That's the river flooding. Oh. We've become a common shanty. Not visited by a tax collector, not paying taxes. Alright, we'll make another juggler corner. That is a rough cottage. Are we making rough cottages? 311 food. I assume that is the upgrade requirement is food. A blessing from Osiris. Osiris rewards those who pay to worship. Who pay him worship. The next inundation will be significantly better than we were expecting. We've been graced by the gods. Juggler stages. City coverage is perfect for entertainment. Overseer of granaries. We produce or import enough food for about 1,333 people. Bottom of the house dialogue tells you why. Ah, it's lost all access to local religious facilities. Well, don't do that. part of me wants to move this road. It needs a supply of food from a local bazaar. Okay, so the bazaar doesn't reach. So where is my overlay to see... This is water. Blue are the houses that have water. I think that my network is a little bit iffy. You can move the King's Road. The entry and exit points of the map just have to remain connected. I might move it. It does not have access to even the most primitive water source. Okay, so they do not have water. A small blessing. I didn't read it. Because I closed it by accident. Blue is good, house color bad. Waha! They've been watered! We watered our houses. Good, good, good. Okay. Next, I need to see my religion overlay. That seems good. Although, maybe these need more? Needs a supply of food from a local bazaar. Okay. Turn that off. Let's get you more. Where is this? Stock and distribution, bazaar. Okay, apparently that spot that I put this bazaar was really bad. I think it also might have something to do with the fact that we don't have enough food. I'm curious to see what they did with the armies, if they changed anything. I don't know. From what I was seeing in the last stream, though, it does seem like they did change some stuff. Trader is here awaiting food. Osiris has noticed your city's faithful dedication. The next inundation of the Nile will be better than previously expected. Yes, see, I think we're just being impatient. Like, I mean me. I'm being impatient. And I think everything should upgrade now because we've got deliveries from the bazaars to the houses. Yeah, there they go. There's the flooding! Impatient? Never. Yeah, that's me. Impatient. Upgrade! Let me upgrade ya! Industry. Now that you've given your people basic food and water, you can enhance their lifestyle with other goods such as pottery. Build a clay pit close to water and a potter nearby. Make sure these have access to labor as usual, and before long a cart will deliver clay to the potter. It will create pottery for your city. Build a storage yard to store the final products as well as any excess clay the potter does not need. 3 clay pits is enough for 4 potters. Workers from the bazaar will collect the pottery from the storage yard and distribute it just as they do food. Industries like pottery also provide your city's inhabitants with much needed jobs. Alright, step 1, clay pit close to water. Step 2, potter nearby. 3 clay pits to 4 potters. storage yard. ADHD! Yep, that's me. Start your industry with at least a clay pit and 2 potters. Well, are we saying flooding industry or like do I want to? I'm gonna build here. I'm gonna assume that's where we want to build. Also, this is gonna throw me off endlessly. I've got to build a clay pit and a potter, but they're not under the clay pot. That's stock and distribution. I actually don't know where they are. Food and farming, stock and distribution. Production, okay. Yeah, so I would expect, just by visually looking at this, that the clay pit would be under the clay pot. Okay, so this counts as being near water. That's good. Forts look very different, and the battles are simplified and automatic. What were they like before? If not automatic. Okay, so it won't let you build it somewhere that it does not work. Definitely just build those a little bit off center. It's okay. So it was 4 clay pits to 3 potters. And then we needed a storage yard, which would be under stock. It's kind of chonky. So tell you what, I'm gonna build it right there. Then we need to move the posty thing. So this post needs to go... No, I think it's fine, right? The posts are to stop workers from going beyond the houses. So, like, we actually want to put this here and there. Delete this roadblock. Yeah, I don't think these roadblocks are correct either, but this is okay. Let's see what happens. It was 3 clay pits to 4 potters. Oh, did I get it backwards? No, it was 4 to 3. In the original, you could position your armies manually, position them, and choose their formations and give them commands. Oh, that seems intimidating. You'll need recruiters to reach the houses, and the firemen and architects to reach your potteries and whatnot. Oh, okay, so we do want the roadblocks to be farther away. Yeah, I see them wandering off. I see you. All farms on the floodplain will harvest double what they expected this season. Thanks, Osiris. This is also, like, not a real road. Don't go that way. I don't know why I left that road there. It's just a bypass in the event of an emergency. Don't go that way. Yeah, we probably also want to smack down some more services like firefighting and architecture stuff. You were just ambivalent because it didn't work well. I guess that's fair. Ooh, I saw some fancy looking houses. You'll always have to make sure that you have more population than job openings. However, not everyone in your city is able to work. You can get a quick glance at your working population and unemployment stats by hovering over the population counter at the top panel. More info is available from your overseers. Try to keep your population unemployment below 10%, but make sure you always have enough workers. Pharaoh New Era simulates an aging population where only 60% of the 20 to 49 years of age are available for work. If you have trouble with the system, you can use the options to a switched fixed worker ratio, regardless of age. Hovering, 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 hovering. I saw you there. 400. And why is it not staying? $406 workers out of 890 inhabitants. That is bad. Unemployment rate is 41%. I'm not sure if like it's something on the map that's causing this, or maybe it's this like objective meter or something. But like when I hover over this, it's instantly disappearing. And it's doing it for the money too. Okay, so we have a very high unemployment rate. Apparently I built too many homes. I didn't feel like I built that many. This dwelling cannot evolve until the desirability of the area improves. A nearby housing is having a detrimental effect on desirability. It's just broken. Later when we have a palace, you can hover over that for unemployment rate. Okay, cool. Thank you. Let's check our desirability overlay. This section of road is very undesirable. Well, why is that? I don't know if there's something that we can do to make that better. Yeah, beautification. We don't have access to it yet. The message said I have a high crime risk. High crime risk. Okay, let's check that overlay. Fire risk looks alright. Collapse risk looks okay, I think. Crime risk looks bad. Diseases look okay. Could be better. Malaria risk looks alright. So, malaria is not the same thing as a disease, so the apothecary deals with malaria, the physician deals with health. Alright, we'll put another one of you down. Next, we're probably going to want to make some police stations. What was this one? Disease risk. Oh no. Okay, never mind. The physician's visiting. Yay, beautification! We've got some industry up and running, and now we can think about making improvements to the city. Beautification can be used to make some neighborhoods more desirable. By making the area surrounding them more attractive, gardens, statues, and plazas can help houses to evolve. Several garden plots can be placed next to each other to form larger parks, but their appearance is random. Place plazas on paved roads to enhance the appearance and improve desirability of nearby land. You can rotate statues like most buildings using the R key. You can also choose which thing that you would like to place. If you can switch it in the menus, in the options. A statue. Statues. That's a big fat statue. A statue of a cat, and it's not a dog, but I'm gonna say it's a dog. Cat and a dog statue. Excelente. Okay, that should spruce the place up a little bit. The nearby building housing is having a detrimental effect on desirability. Oh man. This is one of the most undesirable places in town. The next inundation of the Nile will be better than expected. It's still undesirable. Hi, Damalies. Nice to see you. Hello. Plazas. I've just been told that my city is undesirable. So I'm making it up by placing some trees and bushes and things. Because if you place a row of trees, all the ugliness on the other side doesn't exist, right? Reach a population of 600 with 10 modest homesteads. This is only an ordinary cottage. That's a modest homestead. Alright. I think they probably should all ding and level up. I think it should work. Nope. Desirability is still not high enough. I got it. Let's just build a huge statue right here. Boom! Yeah! It worked! My towering statue was the answer. Good job, statue. Victory. Your own citizens are beginning to look to you as their caretaker, and neighboring cities also hail you as a provider in times of need. Our culture rating was 10. Our kingdom rating was 48. We have 15 modest homesteads. We only needed 10. Is this still the tutorial mission? Is this number 4? I know, statues OP. GG. So I think that was mission number 3. We're on to mission 4. The Archaic Period. During the Archaic Period, the villages that emerged in the pre-dynastic gradually unite to form the Great Kingdom of Egypt. The young civilization founds a capital, secures its borders, and masters the water and builds the first monumental tombs. This is years 3000 to 2685 BC. Necken, the first pharaoh. We want 10 modest apartments. Whoa, and a population of 1000. Alright, let's do it.
As the people who live along the Nile still struggle to survive in this harsh environment, a local king named Narmer has risen to power. Though Narmer has dominion over much of this land, full unification of the Twin Kingdoms has yet to be achieved. In commemoration of his accession, Narmer wishes your family to establish and govern a new city at Necken. This city will have temples to many of the gods of Egypt and numerous places of entertainment.
Okay, once again, we lose if our debt reaches negative 5,000. So Narmeher is attempting to unite the Twin Kingdoms. In commemoration of his ascension, he wishes our family to establish in government a new city at Neken. This city will have temples to many gods of Egypt and numerous places of entertainment. Okay. The patron god of this region is Ra, but Osiris and Bast are also worshipped here as local deities. Make sure the city has more temples and shrines dedicated to Ra, but don't neglect the local deities either. To accommodate your most valued citizens, make sure they have access to temples dedicated to different gods. Alright, here we go again. So, first off, there is no gold. So we're gonna be making clay and stuff. This is where I'm gonna put my farmers. Why don't we plan the farmers first? Shoot. Do I get... Oh, I only get 2 monies back? It cost me so much to place, but I only get 2 monies back. No! So evil! Why don't we start from back here? Do I have to irrigate? No, I don't think so. At least not at this stage in the game. I forget how many workers to... There we go. Fields ratios we had discussed in the last one. Grain farm. Produces grain and 100 units of straw. Harvest in May and January. Provides workers for floodplain farms and monuments. So a population of 1,000. We were able to support that whole city of like 1,300 on fewer fields than this. There are missions later without floodplains where irrigation is used. I would believe that. I would believe that. Okay, so for work camps... Do the work camps need access to foods and things like the houses do? Or are they just kind of self-sufficient? Work camp? I think it was 1 work camp to 4 fields. So let's try that. Maybe we should do 3. Let's do 2. Alright, so there is our King's Road. They only need fire protection coverage and access to housing to hire workers. Okay. 1 more camp, 4 fields. Perfect. That is a nice natural crossroads. I'll use that to build my festival square. And we'll just place that down so it's there and ready. What I didn't like about how I built last time... I think we should build around from here, like with this as a central location. I think that'll be better. Okay. For some reason, I don't think that's gonna work very well. It's a lot of different paths and stuff. So I was thinking that would be nice, but I don't think we want to do that. What I think we actually want to do is something more like this. Maybe one house too many. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6. Okay. I'm gonna leave a little space there so we can put things down. Fancy things. Maybe I should do that on this side too. Ooh, a double wide road. I probably should have built that all on this side, now that I think about it. It's not like it's very hard to redo. Plus, we can then move the King's Road. Intersections are bad, so yeah, try loops instead. Loops. Loops, loops, loops. Okay. Yay! So yeah, now I'm going to build the houses. That's 2, 4, 6. And then 2, 4, 6. Eight. Yeah, so I think it's probably better to do it on this side. Ooh. That's cool. I'm trying to figure out just how I can place this all. I'm trying not to make intersections, but loops. I'm trying. My like natural impulse to make intersections is taking over. Okay. Positions. Looks like we can probably squeeze apothecaries into like both of these corners. We need firehouses. And we need the architects. The village palace. Am I supposed to collect taxes this time? I don't remember. Police stations, wells, water, safety, administration, Food and farming, we grab that and that. Probably gonna want to put little like roadblock thingies down. And then we need to worry about religion as well. We have a festival square, we've got shrines, we've got temples. Who is the main deity? Ra? I think it was Ra. I still have so much money, so I'm just gonna build everything. Let's do that. And then beautification, entertainment. I forgot about entertainment. A booth, performance venues, conservatory, juggler school. Employees needed. Yeah, I need to move the temple over just a little bit. How expensive was it to build? 150? We can swing it. So I can put a booth there. And then we are going to put a temple. Put it there. I assume it's not an issue to build all this up beforehand. You know what I did forget though? I forgot the bazaar. And the granaries and everything. And the clay! I forgot all about the clay. Storage yard. Let's maybe build one granary. Okay, we're looping. We're making a loop. And then we needed clay pits. Looks like we're probably going to want to build them over here. It was 3 clay pits to 4 potters? Guess that, was counting as an intersection again. Oh well. We'll learn from our mistakes. We'll learn. Now we need to make a storage yard. Jeez. Put that one there. And after all of this, I forgot about the bazaar. And we need to make sure that that can be accessed. I feel like I'm gonna do this. Okay, go! Oh, I forgot about my little... my posts. my fire risk? Guess that seems okay. Yeah. So we want a city of entertainment. See how this goes now that we've planned everything ahead of time. I appreciate that I can do that. I hope this loop that I made is okay. I'm a little skeptical of it, honestly. Needs a supply of food from the local bazaar. We're working on that. We also might need another granary. I'm gonna make a second granary just in case. I'd rather have too much granary than not enough storage room. I'm also a little bit on the sick side, so here's what I'm gonna do. While we're just waiting for everything to populate and build up, I'm just gonna disappear for a second to blow my nose. Because I'm stuffy and sick. If we have too much grain, we can make beer. That's true. Although I don't... Was beer invented during this time frame? I don't think so. More entertainment! Sophisticated Egyptians like to listen to music in their leisure time, as well as take in the occasional juggling performance. While only jugglers can perform at the small booth, both jugglers and musicians can perform it together at a bandstand. Build a bandstand at an intersection and a conservatory nearby to train musicians. Access to multiple types of entertainment greatly enhances quality of life. Hi, Stuffy. You're Alistair. Did it say this has to be on an intersection? Totally did, didn't it? Haha! Good thing I had an extra spot to build you. We're gonna need a conservatory. Let's put it next to the juggling school. We're still out of... We don't have enough people living here. There's not enough people. 20 occupants, extra room for 32. Okay, so it's not that we don't have enough houses. It's that we're still waiting for people to move. Still waiting. Beer is one of the oldest drinks humans have produced. The first chemically confirmed barley beer dates back to the 5th millennium BC in modern-day Iran and was recorded in written history of ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia and spread throughout the world. Well, today I learned we're gonna make beer with our extra grain. I actually think we have more than enough. Oh my gosh, beer is a thing! Oh, beer and barley farming! Your fellow Egyptians have perfected the art of brewing beer. Wow. You just predicted that, JSOG. Good job. This has become a very popular libation throughout Egypt. With a supply of barley received from local farms, brewers will make beer and deliver it to storage yards for future distribution by bazaar workers, as with food and pottery. Brewers. Storage yards. Are you a storage yard? That's a storage yard. Alright, so we need to also have some breweries. Well, I mean, also some barley farms. No! I can't do the last one. Well, if that's the case, let's just line them up nicely. Oh my gosh, these roads. I don't like passing by a right angle of grass like that, so you have to find a spot where there's a too wide section for the road to be agreeable about being built. I don't think we have to worry about trees yet, so let's just tear these trees right out. Just tear them out. Worker camp. 1 worker camp to 4 fields. Delete. Delete the trees. It's gonna be kind of a long walk, but I guess we only really need to have brewers, right? So, barley farm services, stock and distribution, production, brewery. Wonder how many breweries we will need. Let's build 1. Actually, let's not put it there. I'm going to put it over here. Like so. Big brain, big brine, big stein. I don't want your briny beer. These spacious homesteads. It needs supplies of beer to evolve. I'm thinking my bazaar over here is not getting any deliveries. Don't think so. So I think what I'll do... I was trying to put it on this end, so that way it wouldn't have to go as far for like a big loop. Oh, let's try this side. Yeah. Because it will originate there instead. Well, that's still not perfect. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Also, it wouldn't be Stein, it'd be Stein. Stein. Are you still playing Kerbals? And so you're not using the multiplayer mod, right? You're just... Are you just shoulder surfing, JSOG? Well, you know, it's hard to tell. Because none of the bazaars have... They have pottery. Alistair's driving and you're backseating. Alright, that sounds about right. I would be willing to believe that. I forgot to build a thing. It's helpful to have someone tell you your plan is bad. That is what chat tends to do to me like every day. I'm used to that. Okay, I'm speeding it up a bit. It's just a waiting game. Needs a supply of food. I need to see how the harvest goes. A little faster. Alright, we've got a harvest. Let's see how our bazaars do. Oh, they're upgrading. They've upgraded slightly. They've upgraded a lot. Bass is pleased. Your city honors her. She has thrown a festival, so all gods will notice your piety. Ra rewards his faithful. For the next 12 months, your city can sell its exports for half their usual value. Isn't that bad? Osiris rewards those who pay him worship. The next inundation will be significantly better than we were expecting. Landing on 3 other planets, all to save Bob. Does Bob know all the hard work and dedication that you put into rescuing him? Okay, so now we're just waiting on beer. Once we get beer, these should upgrade again. Production is 100% complete. What is this? Ooh. Okay, that's our overseers. I want to know how many buildings work together. We've been blessed by all the gods. Let's build some statues. Ooh, no, let's make gardens. I like gardens. Oh yeah. Look at those houses upgrading. They like their gardens too. Each house has its own garden. Then we need to make some statues. Ooh, the big statue. Here's a good spot for a big statue. Taxes and courthouses. A large city needs to bring in additional revenue beyond its initial funding. One way to accomplish this is through taxation. In order to levy taxes, your city needs a palace and tax collectors. Make sure to build enough tax collectors to cover the whole city, especially its more well-to-do neighborhoods. Remember, the better quality of life enjoyed in a given home, the more taxes the occupants will pay. A magistrate patrolling from his courthouse helps to reduce the risk of crime by hearing grievances and making sure cooler heads prevail. Oh yeah, so speaking of that, I don't think I've built a crime station, police station. Crime. Crime! Need a police station! Courthouse. Holds part of the treasury. So the village palace needs to be built on a grassy area. I think I would like to build it. Where was the palace? There you are, village palace. I want to build it right there. The tax collector's office. This is where I was going to put my statue. Let's put it there. Okay, so my statue. Ooh, yeah, boom. Cool statues. They've turned into modest apartments. That's my goal. Mansions and personal salaries. If you build a mansion for yourself, you can draw a personal salary from the city's treasury. Personal funds are retained by your family to be used whenever the situation demands, even in subsequent missions during the same period. Beware, though, as awarding yourself a higher salary than is due your position can have detrimental effects on your standing in the kingdom. Oh my gosh, I'm building myself a mansion. I've always wanted a mansion. Actually, that's not true. I was gonna try and run with that, but it's really not true. Like, can you imagine how much work it would be to keep a mansion clean? I'm out of money! The city vaults have run dry. It looks like I have 4,000 monies. Oh, I used my emergency fund. Don't go into debt again. I wasn't paying any attention. Ferries can help your city run more smoothly. Carefully placed water crossings, ferries, and bridges let inhabitants of your city reach otherwise inaccessible parts of the landscape to find prey or other valuable resources. In some cases, they can improve the timeliness of certain deliveries by shortening their journeys. Cool. I don't think we need that, but that would be neat. Ah, I can pay myself 2 gold per month. Yeah, so back to the mansion thing. Yeah, I would not want a mansion. First off, can you imagine how wasteful it would be to try to heat and cool a mansion? Second, cleaning it. I just couldn't do it. I wouldn't want to have to pay like a whole team of people to clean my home. It's too much space. It's just too much space. There are so many people that need homes that are squeezing into homes like this, you know? 6 to 8 occupants in a modest apartment. And then we have this big honking palace just to ourselves. No way. Very low fire risk. Crime is becoming a problem. Crime! I feel like I already have a police station over here. What are you? Apothecary. An architect's post. That's a fire station. Oh. There. Let's beautify this land. I feel like I should save my money. But I'm putting down more gardens. Because we need 10 modest apartments, a population of 1,000 and 10 modest apartments to win. And I think we've got that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we've got it. We just need 75 more people to live here. What's taking everybody so long? I don't know if our villagers have, like, babies and stuff. Okay, quick tissue break again. J-Sock, I took some Dayquil before starting this, which I'm very thankful for. I feel like my A's are coming apart a little bit less nasally. I can actually move air through my nose. Win. But you know what is driving me crazy is this one section of road right here that is not updated. could just ignore it, or we could put down a garden and fix it. There we go. Whew. Well, our population went down. Everybody's watered. Everybody's entertained. What is this one? I don't know. I'm hovering over it and it's disappearing. Seems a little bit buggy. Oh, I saw it for a second. Education overlay. We haven't built anything for education except for music education. This is crime. Okay, so we have a crime problem over there. So we could build another police station on that side of town. Everyone's degrading. It has woeful health provision. Not only does it lack access to a mortician, but the physician access is less than perfect. Okay, yes. Okay. I would agree with you there. I forgot to add another physician after the very beginning. I put one over here and said I'd put another at a later point in time. And then I didn't do it. Probably want some more apothecaries, too. A mortician. I haven't seen anything about a mortician. I don't think we have that unlocked yet. More beers requested. We have got so much barley and not a lot of beer. Okay, let's make more breweries. How's about we make four total, because our storage yard is just up to our eyeballs in barley. That's much later in the game. Okay, cool. Morticians and education. No, don't downgrade. Local conditions are improving. So close. Our population shrunk. We're gonna see some graphs. I want to see graphs for the population. We produce or import enough food for about 2,100 people. Current housing can hold 112 more people. That's perfect. No, it's not. High taxes keep some people away. High taxes, lower the taxes. Where's the tax office? Are you the tax collector?
Give the people what they want.
Who among you is the tax collector? Yeah, let's reduce the tax rate from 9% to 6%. This graph is not labeled. Is this age on this axis? And percentage of population? It doesn't make any sense. No, that's way more than 100%. I think that might have been age distribution. Oh no, Ra is apathetic. Fast is displeased. Osiris is displeased because Osiris' displeasure is dangerous. He can destroy your crops and empty your granaries, or even withhold inundation. Maybe we should have a festival. I don't know what this number right here means.
I fear that some of these half-empty buildings could catch fire. I wish there were more workers.
I wish there were more workers, says the firefighter. Hold a new festival. We'll have a common festival. And I guess we should maybe build some more religion thingies. Shrine to Ra. A shrine to you and a shrine to you. This is the shrine corner. Now we gotta make a temple corner too. Or maybe I'll put the temples like on this side of town. No, wait, let's put one over here. And we also need one for temple to Ra. Yeah, we need a temple to Bast. We can put it right next door. Kind of running out of space in this little loop that I built. Unless I want to put stuff on these edges, which I don't really, but I'm doing it anyways. Okay, so I wanted to do that so we could see... What is this one? These are shrines. There's a temple. This is what? Festivals, maybe? Amiable. Heck yeah. Okay, so this game is like much deeper than it seems. The tutorial is very shallow by comparison. Common Festival. Ra rewards the faithful. For the next 12 months, your city can sell exports for half again their usual value. I feel like that's not good. Wouldn't it be double their usual value? Needs a supply of beer. Is the storage yard full? Is that the problem? Can't see the unemployment rate. I think the storage yard might be full. Let's assume that's what the problem is and build another one. Nobody's got beer. Yeah, that's all the complaints. A lack of beer. I would like to check our fire risk again. Yay! Ra has increased our reputation. Open the storage yard menu and click the red X and put a straw. Throw away the straw. We probably don't want to keep it, actually. Yes, it seems it's a little bit full. We're not doing anything with straw right now. So yeah, we don't want to keep that. We have so much barley. We're up to our eyeballs in barley. Why are they so bad at making beer? Why are you so bad? Oh, I see we've got a beer delivery on the way. Ongoing beer deliveries. Oh, the house is upgraded. It does not have access to a local magistrate from a courthouse. Oh yeah, the courthouse. We were so close to winning, and now I need courthouses and stuff. Where is everything? Alright, courthouse. I think I might have... There's a roadblock back there. How do I delete? I think I just deleted the road. I can't tell. What did I just delete? Warning! Recent construction blocked the Kingdom Road. Royal architects reopened this vital route, but they had to remove a building or two in the process. Yes, well, it's probably fine. They need a place to store the beer so the bazaar can pick it up. I mean, it looks like we need another storage yard. Press F. Oh, thank you! More storage. You have honored Raw, so your reputation throughout the kingdom is substantially better than it was. Let's have a lavish festival in Ra's name. And then we'll have 2 modest festivals. Oh! We need 4 more people! 4 more people! Just 4. Who's gonna be the lucky 4? Who will it be? 3! It went down. No, stop! There's hardly any entertainment to be found. Oh my gosh, these are the neediest people. They're so needy, I can't even. Okay. That's gotta help. Usually dedicate storage yards to 1 to 4 resources. You can set it to accept none and then select the one that you want to store there. Yeah, I probably should have done that. A fire is in the city. Flames are sweeping through parts of the city. Oh no. My house! Encouraged by your proper awe, Ra lifts your reputation. My house cannot burn. It looks like it's burning to me. It's on fire. I guess let's make another fire station. Okay, we're 3 people away again. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. The green circle in the menu, if you click it, you get to decide if it gets up to a quarter, half, or 3/4 full. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll have to do that on the next map. How mean! We are 3 population away. We're so close. 0.003%. If I did that math correctly, and we just can't get there. Extra room for 0. Extra room for 33. We're gonna do a common festival for Bast. You can also select accept or get. Getting will mean it will basically be the primary storage for that resource. Ah, I see. See what you're saying. So we'll bring all. There's still so much barley. We're so close. Spacious apartments. The conservatory is having a detrimental effect on desirability. I would think that that would be a good thing. That's a desirability? Okay. The bigger the statue, the better. For the next 12 months, you can sell exports for half again their usual value. Everybody's leaving! Whoa! It doesn't have access to primitive water. Why? Employees needed. I'm gonna guess it's because we ran out of employees. Yeah, I have now learned. This is going downhill real quick. We were doing okay. We were so close to victory like 3 times. So, I think this design is a bit flawed. If we need... Well, no, now we need all these to upgrade again. Is it, oh no, they are spacious apartments. No, we need modest apartments. They... will upgrade. Has no basic educational facilities. I don't have those. A scribal school or a library. I don't have those options. Is a spacious apartment better than a modest apartment? Oh, that's probably a step above. Yeah, okay, so let's make more houses. Oh, we shouldn't let people walk through this? Wouldn't the roadblock break this path, though? JSOG, I will be here for another hour and a half. Another hour and a half. Take care, JSOG. Have a good night. Be well. Yeah, we need more people. Loops. Loop-de-loops. Okay, now go to your houses and live there. Intersections are bad. Walkers will pick a random path on each intersection. So the more it gets to choose, the more likely they're not going certain places. Yeah. I tried not to make as many intersections with this one, but as you can see, as I continued to build, I ended up with more intersections. So, yeah. I think we're about to win, though. I see a lot of people moving in. Oh yeah. 9:15. Oh! It's so close, it's tantalizing. .5x speed. 91? Yeah! 1001. Thanks to my capable leadership, this only took 96 months. Great. Don't think it was supposed to take that long. It was definitely a pathing thing. The Archaic period. During the Archaic period, the villages that emerged in the pre-dynastic gradually unite to form the Great Kingdom of Egypt. The young civilization founds a capital, secures its borders, masters the waters, and builds its first monumental tombs. Hi there, Bagel with Schmear. Yes, we did it. A capital is founded. Our win condition is a population of 1,500. One spacious apartment. Just one. Culture rating of 15, monument rating, kingdom rating. Okay. So we gotta get those other stats up a little bit. How's it going, Bagel? Let's try to plan this city to have less intersections.
After a lengthy struggle,
Perfect.
King Hor-Aha has managed to unite the twin kingdoms of Upper and Lower Egypt and proclaimed himself Pharaoh over all Egypt. As a sign of his absolute sovereignty and the establishment of this, the first dynasty of Egypt, Hor-Aha has ordered the founding of an imposing capital at Men-Nefer, from which he may govern this fledgling nation. Because of your family's many generations of faithful service to this land, Pharaoh has chosen you to be the architect of this splendid city. Because the capital is the very symbol of our kingdom, its citizens must enjoy a quality of life heretofore unknown in this land. To this end, you will eventually need to trade with other cities in the realm and to provide a higher standard of education for at least some of your citizens. You must also build a sacred mastaba tomb for the city's nobles.
Alright, that was a good moment for stretching, eating some noms, and dealing with my nose. I'm a little bit sick, actually. I'm a little bit on the sick side. And today has been a long day. Alright, so what is our goal here? The Twin Kingdoms were united. The Pharaoh of all Egypt. The founding of an imposing capital. The Pharaoh has chosen you because of your many generations of faithful service to be the architect of this splendid city. Because the capital is the very symbol of the kingdom, its citizens must enjoy a quality of life heretofore unknown in this land. Okay, we can do this. You're excited for this release. I've been very excited. Thanks to the Nile. Begin by planning for areas of housing and industry. By now you know what the people want. In addition to the basics of food and water, you must provide some houses with pottery, beer, entertainment, and access to religious services before you can think about higher education and trade. You had to figure that out earlier today. I'm trying to remember to mention it, like, somewhat frequently, because I had the same thing happen. I was trying to chat with the previous streamer who was on, and I couldn't get the chat messages to go through, and I was like, oh no! My network is making it so I can't chat on Steam. Or something, like I need to figure out what the setting is, but yeah, no, it's not you, it's not me, it's Steam is down. But specifically, the chatting is down. So, if I could, I would put like a message that says, come to my Twitch page to chat with me, but I cannot do that. Alistair, what are you still doing awake? What time is it for you? You outlasted JSOG. Okay, so we're doing what we did the last time. Pottery, beer, entertainment, access to religious services. Before we can even begin thinking about higher education and trade. From this tutorial onward, now that we've learned how to play with recruiters, you can switch to the global worker pool in the option. This allows every building connected to a road to have automatic access to workers. While this is a big change from the original Pharaoh, giving you the choice makes the game more accessible and fun for everyone. Okay, I don't really know what the old Pharaoh did. It explained it a little bit earlier, but... Alright, just looking around, we don't have any gold or anything. But we do have some floodlands over here. It's 2:30 a.m. You were finishing putting Bob in his new apartments. Oh, Bob. What is this over here? Oh, there's like a whole section there. That'll be good for water, but we need this for our farms. So if we are wanting to plan loops and not intersections, I don't really know how that works. Like, how do you connect loops to each other without having intersections? Because wouldn't all loops eventually intersect to make intersections? You need to go to bed. Thank you for being here, Alistair. I will see you tomorrow, yes. Tomorrow indeed. And I'm sure that I absolutely will not be late to my own stream, because I'm never late to my own streams. Never ever. Thanks for lurking while playing Kerbal and everything. Imagine being late to my own stream. Imagine making loops. I want to draw on the ground, but I know if I do, I lose money. You managed to make a circular polar orbit perfect to point to 3 decimals. I don't know what that means, but okay, good for you. That sounds like mission accomplished. Alright, so we need pottery, beer, and whatever else we grow here. Chickpeas. Harvest in April when built on a meadow. Barley is harvested twice yearly, so we actually had way too much barley, so we can scale that back. Create a rectangle, and then another rectangle outside of that rectangle with 2 spaces in between. Like, so just connect it in that little part. Create a rectangle, and then another rectangle outside of that one. Oh, with 2 spaces. Oh! Oh, so like... this. Oh! Oh, I see what you're saying. That's a good idea. Okay. To bed with you. Yes. To bed. Don't make me ban you. Okay, so since chickpeas only harvest, I'm gonna pause. There's no one living here anyway, but let's, just pretend and pause. I want to figure out the best use of land. Two, three, yeah. Yes, let's do that. Although we have to move that over by 1 because the road is going to be silly and not work. Yeah, this one's not going to work at all. Okay, so move you. Where does the road work? It'll work right there. Okay, sure. And then we need... That's 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just do 9. We'll do 9. Okay, so there's the chickpea farms. And then we need enough farms for the beer. But we were just like drowning in barley, so let's cut it back by a lot. Let's only do 4 this time. And I'll connect them like this. And so I also want to get my warehouses in a better state before we move on. Because that was all just a mess. We keep the interior of the rectangle to house all the necessities and the 2 spaces outside, but the housing, yeah. That way you can use a roadblock of those 2 roads that connect the inner square, so none of the necessities get out of the inner circle. But don't you want the necessities to get out of the inner circle? Because I have to deliver those things to the houses on the outer circle. Okay. Let me see, so... I am looking for this. A granary to store the food. I can touch the houses internally. Okay, I'm gonna have to mess around with that, because I'm not visualizing it, but... I see what you're saying. It is 1 worker camp per 4 farms, right? So let's make a few of those. And then from there, I need a storage yard. This is going to... accept none. The only thing we're going to accept here is... Yeah, just chickpeas. There's loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of chickpeas. And both of these. Can I copy the settings? No. That's all I want here. Wait, not chickpeas. No. I want barley. Get all barley. Except none for everything else. Except none. Get all barley. Okay. Over here was chickpeas. Except all chickpeas. Yes. Cool. And so from there... Whoa, I'm already really low on monies. I mean, I'm not really, but I feel like I'm getting pretty low on monies. How much do the breweries cost? 75? Oh yeah, sorry Bagel. Luckily I'm not actually live on Twitch, so the bot didn't actually like yeet the link, but Action brewery. Okay, we're making 4 breweries and then I'm going to make another storage yard. Right here. This one, we're accepting nothing except all beer. Get all beer. And maybe we could have some overflow of barley. It's an image of what you're referring to. I'm afraid to open it because I'm on display capture. And if it opens on this page, then it's gonna bombard the Steam broadcast with your picture. Alright, let's make sure that we have the firehouse and that we have the architect, and I think we also need... Is this it? I think that's all we need, actually. Down this way. Okay, that was just like 40% of the money. Yeah, so I know what you mean about like the rectangle inside the rectangle. I don't really know how big this needs to be. So you put all the necessities in the inner square. Let's just start placing things down. So our necessities are going to be things like... whatever this was, the architect. Hi, George. The firehouse. The police station. Oh, but I can't put water here. Yeah, so let's not do that there. Let's make it like over here. Should I do like double everything? Water. I know that we also need a physician. That's a nice big building. the bazaar. Yeah, no, George, this is the remake of the game from 20 years ago. This is the remake. It's a Pharaoh, a new era. What am I looking for? I'm looking for... the bazaar. Stock and distribution. Whoa, I wonder if I should run this road. Oh, no way! Calculated. I'm gonna go with that was calculated. What else am I looking for? We need the bazaar. There was also... yeah, okay, here it is. The physician, I got that. The apothecary, these 4 buildings that are really small. The courthouse, yeah, that's the biggin. That's the biggin. I think I'm gonna put another water thingy down. And then we have space for the apothecary. We have space for a firehouse. There's space for a police station. And architect post. Am I just like min-maxing this super hard right now? There's something else too. I grab the apothecary. The road should be about 6 by 10. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we want space for the religious facilities. Right. Also, I really feel like I'm missing something. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the little itty bitty buildings. We got the water. I have a bazaar. If anything, I feel like we could do another bazaar. Okay. So the problem with this is that some of these buildings aren't going to reach the road. Like if we do this, they're all on the road, but then there's no room like you were saying. Or is that what the 2 spaces you were talking about were for? I definitely should have picked this up and like moved this over more because I'm going to hit the water. I don't think I have the money. If I were to take everything down, I don't get the money back. Make sure the first inner square is touching all facilities. I believe it is. Yeah, so here's the problem though, is if I do what you suggest, I like this plan. But everything runs into the marsh that right here because of how I built. Take out the second water next to the firehouse. This one. We're not gonna need all this extra stuff. Oh, Yeah, and then you're right. I see what you're saying. Now there's extra room there. Expand one side to fit the shrine. Also taxes. And with that, good night. Never panic. Have a good night. We do have the courthouse here. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for all your help. I hope you have a good night. Oh, the tax collector's office. Can't build it yet, so I don't know how big it is. We might need to expand a little to fit the temple. Okay, you know what? Let's just take it all down and lose all the money. That is one thing that I would like to change with games like this, is to get your money back. Alright. Courthouse. This wasn't the inner square, was it? This was the inner square. Is that big enough? It's definitely not big enough. I practically had it right the first time. We're taking it all down. This is normal for me. It's normal for me to build stuff and then take it all back down. Alright, a police station. A firehouse. The architect. The physician. Oh, I forgot about the apothecary. That's cool. The apothecary. The well. This is not enough room. Oh yeah, I'm getting what you're putting down. We're min-maxing, haxering the game. Yes. Yes, George, we are. Position. Okay. Don't forget the apothecary. So those are our... should be 5. Yeah, 5 buildings, plus the courthouse. So that's all the services. And then we have to ensure access to water. And then we also need the bazaar. The market... oh yeah, the temple. Ugh, temple big. The problem with this is I'm gonna lose all my money just trying to figure out this specific design. I've used so much money just building it and taking it back down. Like, I might fail for this reason. I think we can do it though. I think every game should basically have a planning tool or a blueprinting tool. I find the lack thereof to be very insulting. Okay. I think that's everything, right? We've got... Nope, I'm missing the apothecary. We can put the apothecary right there. Which is where I... Ugh, found you. Physician, apothecary, bazaar, water supply, and a spot for the temple, hopefully. As a shrine. Yes, okay. So, I've got you. I did the thing. And so I forget what you were saying about the connections. Put the houses in this inner ring here. Oh, I see what you were saying. So when you were saying it before, I thought you meant put the houses like this. And I was like, how do the services reach? But you put the houses like, oh, all around. And then you roadblock it. Yeah. That's really exciting. And you're like, no. Citizens, stay in your inner circle. And then fill this with houses. Probably want to leave a little bit of room for, like, decor or something. I don't know. Add the connection first and roadblock them on the outer, not the inner. Why the outer square? Like this. Oh, like that. No. Yes. Or like that. Wouldn't they just need to do this loop here? So shouldn't this be okay? The outer will allow for the band stand in the juggler booth. Oh yeah. Can't forget about those. Okay, so this no longer lines up, but I'm alright with that. Play? I like this min-max approach bagel. They're just... I thought they needed a road. They're like, forget the road, we're just gonna go this way. We're taking the path of least resistance. I forgot to build the clay pits. But we can't forget about the tax collector. I will need the tax collector because I built our city center over and over and over again. Now it acts as a central hub for all industries to still access workers while the interior provides necessities. Yeah, that's really nice. I could definitely see how you could scale this quite a bit. Where is the palace? $900. Outrageous. The tax collector's office. We should have left room for that. I guess it's just gonna have to go somewhere else. Somebody did say don't forget the tax collector's office. And then I went and forgot the tax collector's office. So theoretically, what we could do, though... Let's see. Religion, the temple, we've got one square there. The tax collector's office is 2 by 2. Okay, that'll work. I'm just real quick gonna tear down all your houses. Real quick, like, I'm gonna tear down your houses and, set you up somewhere else. Just normal activities. Nothing to see here. The apothecary. Can work right there where this person is. Alright. Reconnect everything. Yep. Take that out. Put the roadblock back on the outer bit. And then rezone this for housing. Alright. Back to it. Tax collector. We can always expand one side. That's what I did. And now we can collect taxes. Which is gonna be necessary because I've wasted... I mean, it's debatable. Like, is it wasting? It feels a little bit wasteful. I've wasted a bunch of money tearing things down and putting it back. How do I know who is the primary god? He destroyed some industrial buildings. What'd you do that for? Butthead? Actually, I don't think that you did. Oh, industrial buildings. My breweries? What'd you do that for? Okay, I'm gonna guess that's my primary god. Religion overlay. No, I want to see my overseers. Okay, now I can actually read these pop-ups. I think it was bugged on the last map. Overseer of... temples? I'm gonna guess you're my main god. Oof, they're very upset. Yeah, I think that's what that little eye means there. So I'm about to have, like, the fury rain down on me. So let's get this temple built. No, be upset. Not a temple, I'm gonna put a shrine and a shrine. There. The Wrath of Bast. Terrible news. Because your city neglects to show her the honor she's due, she leveled some of its best houses. Well, how are we supposed to show you honor if you're just tearing everything down? Like, come on. Ugh. Trying to put the buildings back? Oh, I have an overlay up. Yeah, what'd you do that for? Come on. I have to clear the rubble. Oh my goodness. These are tough times. Now there's a fire! Oh no, you can't just delete the fire. I was gonna try to delete the fire. It does not work like that. Okay, please don't be upset. I put the things in. Apathetic, amiable, okay. Apathetic is good. At worst, apathetic's good. Okay, we need supplies from the local bazaar. For that, we wait. And we wait. We also probably don't really need that many breweries, now that I think about it, so you might have helped me out slightly. Thanks, angry god. Let's just slap another one down right there. The clay pits need to be like all the way down here. Alright. We might have better luck building them over here though. And I need another storage yard. Except no bricks. I will accept... None, accept none, accept none. We're gonna accept... half for clay and then half for pottery. I guess. We're also going to need a water, which I guess I'll build over here. I want to say it was 4 potters to 3 clay pits, but I can't recall. I'm almost out of money. We gotta be careful. Okay, now we eagerly await our supply of food. So here it comes. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, good thing we had 2 granaries. You're full up. Definitely should have done the connection here with this road. That way they didn't have to walk all the way around. I didn't think about that at the time. But now I know. Our money is going down. Extreme fire risk. Okay. I forgot that this needs services. Wouldn't that have been sad? I assume that you still work here? Yeah. Back and forth. Bing, 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 bing. Cute. Alright, let's slow it on down and check some overlays. Water overlay. Everybody's watered. We have no entertainment or education. How's our health? Is pink good? Religion? Taxation? Risks? Desirability is quite low. Is there gold up north? I did not see any gold when I panned around. No. But we're about to go into debt. We shouldn't spend any money until we start making money. It might take a while. But it should level out, right? Like we should hit a point where the goods that we are bringing in level the houses up, meaning we collect better taxes. Or so I would like to believe. We're out of money. The city vaults have run dry. Okay, well, I got my one free loan for 6,000 monies, so we're actually in the clear. Time to build everything up again. Whoa. What's this? Emigrants! Oh no. There's no entertainment to be found. Yeah, okay, let's solve that problem now. So as we learned on the last map, schools and whatnot are not considered pleasant, so I'm going to build those down here. So now we can build the, not the juggler school, but the band, the juggler. Well, the booth is way bigger than I thought. Maybe we want the roadblock to be on the inside. Entertainment. Bandstand massive. Yeah, there we go. This one has to properly be on a crossroads, right? Does that count as a crossroads? Yes, it does. Okay, great. So now we've got entertainment. A cypress reminds you respect is due. Why did you do that? You're so mean. I was just thinking about how I might want to build some more stuff. Or a festival square, even. Okay. We're making a festival square. So our angry gods will get off my back. And then I'm gonna make them all one more shrine, I guess. Do 2 for you since you're the main god. Okay. Can't believe you broke my houses. Now let's see how we're doing. Congenial. We're gonna hold a new festival. A common festival? No, let's do a lavish festival for Ptah. Okay. Notifications. We're good. 1 month since our last festival. Now we're gonna hold a common festival for Bast. We gotta coax more people into our grand city. Also, it looks like we might need another brewery. Now that we've built up the city somewhat, it's time to provide education for some citizens. Scribal schools cannot educate people without papyrus on which to write. Reed gatherers supply papyrus makers with necessary raw materials, and papyrus is then distributed directly to the city's educational facilities. Scribal schools. We need papyrus. We need reed gatherers to supply papyrus makers to supply the schools. Okay. Put a pin in that one. Because look how much barley we have and how little beer. Okay, so a reed gatherer. I'm gonna guess these are reeds. Those look like reeds. Look for reeds in the marsh. Oh, blessings! Great. Awesome. Oh, everyone's fully stocked with raw materials. That's nice. All of our gods are happy. So these are the reeds. Can't find anything. Here we go. Reed gatherers. I assume that this is just regular workers. Start with 2, and from there we go to the papyrus maker. I staggered their entrances a little bit. Let's make another storage yard. This time, accept none chickpeas, none bricks, none pottery, none beer. Let's do half season papyrus. No, let's accept all papyrus. Let's get all papyrus. Accept none on figs, none clay, none barley. Ooh. Maybe we'll accept like a quarter of reeds. This place has no workers to gather reeds. Okay, this place has all the workers it needs. No reed is safe. This has no employees. Well, I noticed that we have an occupied space and nobody's living in it. We have spacious apartments. Like, why is nobody going right here? Modest homesteads. We're being blessed by the gods. Maybe I just need to do it again? Maybe I got confused. Okay, so there's a desirability problem. You can fix that with some gardens. And maybe like a couple statues. We could do one big statue on this side of town. Whoa, a big honking statue. Yeah, check that out. Boom! The house is just whoop. Statues OP. Nobody's living here. Either the land has not been built upon or the existing home's previous residents fell ill and died. I don't think that's what happened. I think they left. I forgot about the school. The school will be under services. Yeah, that sounds right. I should maybe build a personal mansion. Let's build it across the way from the palace. That allows us to save up some monies. Okay, what am I looking for? A school? Scribal school. On regular deliveries of papyrus, this improves education in the city. Employees needed. Yeah, imagine that. Why is nobody moving in? Is it because of this roadblock? No, it's not the roadblock's fault. The road is connected, right? Very confused. Should we build another OP statue? So all of these apartments have reached like pretty high tiers, but then we just have these sections here that nobody's moving into. That's really weird. I feel like there's gotta be something going on with this. If I build houses right here, do people show up? Introducing trade. Now that you have managed to educate some of your people, you might want to generate additional revenue by selling any surplus papyrus you have to neighboring cities. You'll also need to import bricks from woahhjess in order to build the sacred mastaba tomb. Click on the world map icon on the left panel to see what other cities are known in the world and begin setting up trade. Okay, I'll do that once I figure this out. Yay! The gods are no longer angry. Whoa, is that an immigrant I see up there? It is. Are they gonna go to the spot? Yes! I can't tell if it's because I placed down houses. No, wait, they walked right by it. They disappeared! The immigrants disappeared! Whoa, they're legit moving in. That's strange. I don't think this is working correctly. I can tell immigrants are moving in,
I heard there is a job here for anyone who wants one.
although they're probably moving into the other houses. The town singles out a storage yard with excess capacity, increases the gems, clay, pottery, flax, linen, or jewelry already present. Well, that's nice, thank you. Yeah, so these immigrants are moving into the other houses. Let's just drop down another... Let's hold some festivals before I get angried on again. Okay. So that should help with desirability. At least a little bit. And because I'm just a sucker for symmetry, I'm plopping some gardens in those little crevices. Ooh! I made a block of 4 and it made a cool little rock garden. Okay, so I'm convinced that something is wrong right here. I'm convinced. But let's work on the trade thing. The world map shows the location of our city, as well as other cities in the world. Here you can pay to open up trade routes with any city willing to trade. To set up a trade route, click on the city you wish to do business with and select Open a Trade Route option. Once you set up a trade route, you'll need to instruct the Overseer of Commerce as to which resources and commodities you wish to import or export. You can never import and export the same item at the same time. While you will need to import bricks, they can be costly. So offset it with papyrus. So we're supposed to trade with woahhjess. They're selling bricks. Import at least 800 bricks before beginning work on the sacred tomb. Okay. How do we do that? Maybe it wasn't... I thought it was... Yeah, from woahhjess. Yay, we've been blessed again. Let's have another festival. We're gonna do a common festival for Bast. Do I need a trade building? Maybe I need a trade building. Stocks and... No? Production? Negative? I think we should be able to do it from here. That's odd. What happens when you right-click the houses? Like, it just says nobody's moving into them. I think they're bugged. They got burnt down by the gods. Do I click on me? Oh. Buys papyrus. Oh, so we have to sell papyrus here. I don't know that I have the money for this. It's 550. We can swing it, maybe. How much papyrus do we do? We have a lot of papyrus. Okay, yeah, let's open this trade route. And then figure out how to give them papyrus. It looks like we're just doing it automatically. Not sure. But I'm going to put down another storage yard. Or 2. And those are just going to be catch-alls. So yeah, these houses... This plot is vacant. Either the land has not yet been built upon, or the existing home's previous residents fell ill and died. Like, nothing's happening to them. You wouldn't want to live in a house that was previously burned down by the gods. If they do it once, they can do it again. That's true. So I've been trying to see if I can get them to reset themselves somehow. I know that these apartments and things still have room, so it's not the biggest deal. Also, I really like the setup. It's so much more efficient. Like, so much more efficient than what I was doing before. It is very min-maxy, but as a general plan of architecture, I really like it. Are you leaving? They're leaving. Why are you leaving? Desirability. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm convinced they're bugged. Okay, we got about 15 minutes left. I don't know if we can finish this quest in 15 minutes. Plaza. Cover all the tiled roads with plazas. That is what I'm working on now. I just discovered the plazas. It's a lot of roads. Maybe I should have done the inner roads. I can click and drag, yes. Yeah, I sure can. Today I've learned that I can click and drag. We're gonna start with that. Because that was a lot of money. I should have done the inner tiles. Okay, the gods are telling me endlessly that they're very happy. I think that those pop-ups would do better as, like, kind of like behind me here in this empty section of the screen. Like, so boop, right here, a running pop-up that says, like, Bast is happy, this happened. Osiris is happy, this happened. Or Osiris is angry! Roar! Shaky notification. Maybe not shaky, but red. Red angry notification. Rather than popping up and stopping gameplay. The task cannot evolve as it has no basic educational facilities provided by a scribal school or a library. Well, that is a lie. Does the scribal school need to be closer? I thought the schools were undesirable. Desirability overlay. Which one of you is the desirability overlay? Yeah, the scribal school is highly undesirable. Maybe we need more than one. School is one of the things you typically want to put in the inner circle. Okay. Next time I do this, I'm gonna make this inner circle way bigger. I'm gonna leave a lot of spare space, but I really like the whole inner circle thing. since the reason why the inner circle is really beneficial is because of the way pathing works in this game. And I don't fully have a grasp on it, but the roadblocks restrict walker patrol routes. All of these essential buildings in the center have walkers that go out and deliver things to houses, and so they go very randomly based on intersections. So having a big loop like this stops them from having to make that intersection decision. So they just go around and distribute things evenly to all houses, which I was really struggling with on the last map. I like this a lot, but I want to scale it up. Also, convinced those houses are bugged. I don't know if we can do this in... Shoot. The city of Perwadget requests we send 900 beer in 12 months. Helping them would benefit us later. I don't even have 900 beer. I have 400 beer. Built these. Yeah, why do we have so little beer? There are no employees. What? We have too few employees. There's work to be done. Why did everybody leave? It has no access to a dentist. I think we just need to put down some more houses. The problem with that is they don't have delivery to, like, any service. I don't feel like building more services just for them because we don't even have the money to do it. So, like, this has just gotta work better. This dwelling would evolve if it had more space to expand into. I mean, hey, expand this way. Oh, I see. It's these two on the edge that don't have neighbors to connect to. Not really sure what I could do. Except... I really don't want those connections to be where they are trying to go. Automod held this message. Oh no, we have 6 months left to comply. We have 0 beer. 0. This is not looking so good. I feel like I'm gonna lose this. And I blame it on the game being buggy and not working with me right here. That's so much housing that is not working. Now I have to rebuild all my facilities on the outside. Yeah, so look, they're moving in. They're moving into the houses on the corner. What? No, they're disappearing into the other houses. I'm not really sure what's happening, to be honest. We had a big group of immigrants move in, which is good because we needed more employees. But I don't know why they're being so weird about the housing. Okay, if they go to... Let's see if this works. Ooh, this water temple thingy turned, or this water supply turned into a water temple. Do you think they should be more like Fallout 4? I don't know that they should like pop up to disrupt the game, I guess is my concern. Because it's very distracting and it kind of... Well, look! They house themselves... Okay, yeah, I can't do this. They're going into the houses in the top corner. Would Steam chat will let you in? Hi, Irundel. Yes, if you're trying to chat, you have to come to my Steam. If you're trying to chat in Steam, you have to come to my Twitch channel, because that's where I'm currently monitoring chat, is on Twitch, because it's just not working. Welcome in. Yeah, Steam chat broken. It's broken for everyone. Okay, well, hey, we've got papyrus. I shall deliver you the papyrus. We've got that. That one is okay. Where did my Twitch chat go? But so Arundel is next up to play. Are you excited? This has been a lot of fun. I am having kind of a rough time of things right now because I think that my game is a little bugged. I'm convinced. I don't think it's a me thing. I think it's an it thing. I mean, usually it's me, but I think it's the game this time. Because we sent 500 papyrus to Niken as requested, they are now willing to trade even more papyrus. That's awesome. That got me some money. Cool. Yeah, so I kind of just want to start this whole map over, but I don't have time. We got about 5 minutes before we swap over. Look, I got 100 beer. Even though Niken wishes to trade papyrus, you've become more popular among your fellow Egyptians and your kingdom rating has risen. Well, that's nice. Can someone move into my houses? So I stream Mondays through Thursdays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mountain Time, and I play a lot of strategy, simulation, management games, and indie variety. Tomorrow, I'll very likely be playing more of this on stream. And I'm probably gonna start this whole quest over because I'm convinced it's bugged. I think my Dayquil's wearing off. I think that's what's happening. My Dayquil's wearing off. We've got plenty of barley. You can have that. What I don't have is beer. New release bugs, half expecting it. I'm not really sure what caused this. So I had an angry god burn my houses down, and now they won't rebuild them. So I'm gonna guess it's related to that. 3 minutes. There's no way. There's no way we do it. I haven't even imported the bricks yet. At least I don't think. We have no bricks. Oh, village noble Rar, because you sent 800 barley to Prowadget as requested, you become more popular. Cool. Can they send me bricks? That'd be sweet. Maybe I request bricks now. I can't figure this out. Like, they're selling bricks, but how do I... They're selling 0 of 4,000. I don't know how to request myself. Did I find it difficult to play? No, not at all. Well, if you played Nebuchadnezzar, it plays super similarly to that. There's been a few things that are just a little bit weird to understand, but as far as just general gameplay mechanics, it's been perfectly fine. But then there's stuff like the trade menu, where I'm supposed to be importing bricks, but I can't figure out how to import things. Or sell things. I feel like I'm missing a building or something. And I would look more into it, but I know that this broadcast is ending in 2 minutes! Also, Bagel, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you live. And I had a lot of fun with this. I'm going to be playing this more tomorrow on stream. Again, you can find me right here. Twitch.tv/woah_jess. I'll be starting at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, which is UTC -7. I've got 1 minute left, and then Irundel will be taking over for the next 4 hours. We did not send 900 beer. The Egyptian people are displeased. Yeah, I've really enjoyed this. I look forward to playing it tomorrow. Especially now that I've got this little pathing trick. Okay, so that was the, I think, 3rd, 4th, and 5th mission for Pharaoh, A New Era. As you can see, I think we're having a little bit of issues with bugs, so I will be coming back to this tomorrow and trying this mission again. Hopefully, it'll work out. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.